I think that I don't know. I feel like Joe Budden's critiques there be something off about him. Like when he said, "Okay, cool. Do you believe this?" Because I know you're a Joe Budden fan.
Right, right.
Do you believe Joe Budden has been better than Eminem for the last decade?
In rap?
Yes.
No, I can't say that. I can't say that.
Okay. Okay. So when Joe Budden says stuff like that, like to me, I'm like, yo, why are you going that hard? Just like trying to downplay his skill.
Right,
Like he
right.
said, because he said that on his podcast. Like he was like, I've been better than Eminem for the last 10 years. Like, no, you haven't, nigga. Like, yo,
Yeah, because if that was the case, you wouldn't have quit. You wouldn't have retired from music to do to do podcasts and stuff.
For sure. Like, I remember Joe Budden from the Dungeon Family, Pump It Up, Slaughterhouse. That's really it. Slaughterhouse to me is when he got his shine. Because with the Dungeon Family, you kind of always had Fab outshining everybody, him and Paul Kane. Like every now and then they would drop some hot shit, but Fab shit was always hotter. So it was just kind of one of those things. So he moved on from that, and then he had his shot, and I think he had the beef with what Game?
Yeah, he had a beef with Game for a little while. He was on Def Jam, and he had that. He was in the Def Jam Vendetta game. He made it in there. That counts, yo. That shit counts.
All right, cool. So you have the Dungeon Family, Def Jam Vendetta, Pump It Up, and then Slaughterhouse.
Right.
All right, yeah. Like I mean, to me, he's a really good rapper. He just never found his niche that would get him to superstardom. I think Slaughterhouse could have been it.
Yeah, I don't know why that failed. Well, it didn't. According to him, it was bad business dealings that made that situation fail, and that's part of his, I think, disdain toward M. You know what I'm saying, or to Shady. And he was saying it was basically like bad business dealings. Everybody had the same managers, stuff like that. So, you know, everybody wasn't getting like their best interests looked at, you know what I'm saying? And that's how, and we know how M dropped. Like M just put shit out. He don't warn nobody. He don't tell nobody. He dropped like Beyonce because he can. You know what I mean? When you a regular rapper like Joe, you can't do that. And I think that's what his grief was. Like, yo, I'm not you. You got to market me. You have to let these folks know I got to put a single out. We got to put a single out. We got to agree on beats. And he said none of that was going on and it wasn't being addressed properly. And then Slaughterhouse was shelved for so long. And then he was like, fuck it, I'm done with this shit. And they fell off. But again, I don't think M had anything to do with any of that. Because this nigga don't market himself. So how you going to market somebody else? If you sign to Shady, you better be ready to work. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's what it comes down to. Like, 4 dope MCs on one squad had their own shit going on, so they had limited time in the same space. And like, yo, nobody was marketing the group. Everybody was in their own world doing whatever they had to do, come and drop these bars and then going back to their lives.
Exactly.
So I don't know, but nobody. It's hard to look at it like that, I guess, when you're on the inside, maybe.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
And I love hearing these stories because what people don't know, like my blurredom don't stop. Like my hip hop nerddom is like off the charts. Like I love to hear about all kinds of behind the scenes shit. I love to hear about business dealings. I love to hear the history of how a song was made. I watch any hip hop documentary that comes out. I watch that shit and I be on it and I like archive every new thing that I learn. Like I love all of that stuff. So with that said, what do you think? Do you think Eminem is who he is today without Dr. Dre?
You know what? No, I don't think he is. I think that he would have had some success, but I think eventually he would have gave up because, like, look at the other Caucasian rappers that's out here.
Right.
Like, none of them will probably ever reach M's level. Because nobody's gonna like Dre catapulted him to the tip top right away. Mm-hmm. And once he proved himself, he went to the stratosphere.
Right.
Like, so I don't know. And then you don't see this kind of work ethic. That's why he's still relevant. It's because he's never stopped training, because he knew he got that boost and he doesn't want to let Dre down.
Right.
So he's good. So, I mean, like, I think it's loyalty that's gotten him to where he is. You know what I'm saying? I think he would have been okay with providing for his daughter.
Yeah.
And he would have chilled. And he would have done something else with his life. But I don't think that he would have been the Eminem we know today without Dre. Now, that's not taken away from his talent.
Right. Not at all.
But it's just, I mean, it's a fact. I mean, he probably knows that, just like 50 Cent knows that he wouldn't be the 50 Cent he is today without M taking the chance on him. Like, so it's just is what it is.
That's real. And so the reason I brought that up is because, you know, this past couple of weeks, Snoop came through with something to say about M, which was super shocking because, you know, that's the same camp. That's all, you know, Aftermath and Dr. Dre, you know what I'm saying? So it was really shocking. And Snoop's interview was confusing because they weren't even talking about Eminem.
Nah.
And Snoop brought it up, and he brought it up, and then he kind of shitted on him. But he didn't shit on him. He was just like, yeah, he's not in my top 10. He's not one of my favorite rappers. I don't even fuck with his music like that. I don't think he one of the best alive. After that, I was like, wow. So all of that was all opinion. That's all fine. And then it was basically like, yeah, there's all these other people that's better than him. And that's just how I feel. And I'm like, damn. So I'm sitting there watching that shit like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you already know how M be feeling about people critiquing him about unfair shit. And then it's like, damn, that came from Snoop though, you know?
Yeah.
And so I was like, how was that going to pan out? So then M threw those bars at him. Like, he gave that man like half a bar on the and it wasn't even a shot. He literally was just like, yo, I'm just disappointed. You know what I'm saying? That somebody said something. But I'm glad he got a chance to clear it all up in that interview. And when he said it, and then I'm asking your opinion, do you think this is a thing? So he was basically saying he didn't mind what Snoop said at all. He knows there's people that he can't fuck with from back in the day. And maybe there's people that he can't fuck with now. This is M saying this. So he was like, so everybody is whatchamacallit, it has a right to their own opinion. He don't mind that. He said his issue with what was said was the tone and how it was said. And then not only the tone, but basically like that last little thing. You know how a person says that one thing to take it over the line? Everything was good. He was like, you know, I'm not better than Rakim. I'm not better than this person. All of that's cool. I'm not in your top 10. That's cool. And then it was like, yeah, but I don't even fuck with your music anyway. That shit's trash. Oh, there it is. There's the little, he hot right over that line. So how do you feel? Do you think Eminem is being too sensitive, trying to police people's tone, or do you think he has a valid point right there?
So me being 100, I don't know Eminem. You know, I follow his music. I'm a huge fan, but I feel like his feelings got hurt. And I'll be honest with you, I think that all the shit that Snoop said probably hurt him in a way.
Right.
But it's a difference between, like, okay, cool. Let's say you're asking a girl out, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a chance for denial.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. The girl say, nah, I'd rather not go out with you. You're not my type. That hurt a little bit. But now she say, you ugly ass nigga, get out my face. That hurt a whole lot more.
You'll go home and cry.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole not being in the top 10 probably hurt, which is weird because I've heard Snoop say he wouldn't even do a song with M because he not getting killed on his own tracks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you got to have a certain degree of respect for somebody if you know not to do a song with them. You know what I'm saying? Then what else? Yes, and when he said that he could live without his shit, that hurt. That's what pushed him over the edge.
Right.
But I think everything hurt coming from Snoop.
Coming from Snoop, and that's what I said, man. Like,
especially out of left field. Like, it wasn't even a topic of conversation. It was like he was dying to go on a platform of haters for M to throw
and
that
just
shade.
Say that, yeah, and just say that. And it's so wild because I'm hearing like the rumors are saying that the reason Snoop said all of that was because he asked for a verse from M, and like it got sent through the pipeline, and he never got a response back. And I'm like, I don't believe that, yo. Like, I just don't believe that. Like, if that camp is too close, it's 1 degree of separation. It's literally Dre between them. It's a sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if Snoop say, yo, I need an M verse, he could reach out directly to M. He could reach out directly to Dre. I'm certain he could reach out directly to Paul Rosenberg or whoever. You know what I'm saying? And so the theory is saying that, you know, the people around M kept M from the verse for some reason. And he never even got the request, they assuming. And so Snoop is feeling the way about for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
So,
I mean, it's a lot of speculation right there, of course.
Yeah. Nobody will know besides those two individuals. But I think that it's really, if it's something like that, that's too petty. I don't feel like Snoop's a legend too. Like, I don't think legends would behave that way. Like, yo, if Snoop want a verse, like, he shouldn't have to go through no back channels.
Right.
Like, so
you reach out directly.
Yeah.
Yo, listen to this song I just did. I think you will be perfect on it. And I guarantee M will be excited to be on the song with Snoop.
Yo, he's never done a song with Snoop.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm certain he would be hype as shit. Like, okay, yeah, facts. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, I envision M having a bucket list of MCs that he would have loved to do songs with.
Me too.
Snoop probably was on that list. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'd love to do a song with Snoop. But I don't know. Hopefully it ain't nothing stupid like that. Hopefully, and this is going to sound stupid, but hopefully it's stemming from some other shit from way back in the day. Snoop maybe never liked this nigga. Like, maybe. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I need to have more merit than that. Like, I need some more meat and potatoes. Like, I can't have something so
I'm with
petty.
you on that. I hate to see these two going at it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody want it with M, I'd go for it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what happens. But not Snoop, bro. Like, Snoop, don't do that. Like, don't do that. Yeah. Don't take that route, G. I don't want to see those two beef. You know what I'm saying? And then Dre going through all his own drama right now. He ain't got time for them niggas.
Yeah, he don't need this shit either. Because, like, did you listen to King Crooked's interview?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he was talking about how the world is acting like they want this to happen, but he says it's not going to be as simple as just diss tracks. It's going to be one of those things that's going to turn into white versus black, and it's going to become a race issue when it shouldn't.
Right.
And he says it's going to be bad for the culture if these people really go head to head with each other.
Yeah, and, we don't need that. We don't need that at all.
Nobody wants to see this shit. These grown ass men, they, you know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas pushing 50, if not already 50. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
yeah, I think Snoop is already over 50.
Yeah, there's no need for these niggas that have already established themselves. Like, Snoop's moving in a whole different direction. Like, this nigga doing wrestling events, and doing commentating and all that stuff. Like, why you want rap beef?
Yeah, right now, yeah. And it's crazy, like, especially when like I said, when they're two legends of their caliber, like this is like totally unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? It was just weird. I was just kind of disappointed in Snoop, man, on that one, for real. Like, I can't validate Eminem's feelings. I can't, like you said, I don't know him. I can't speak for that man. But he expressed what he felt, and I was like, I see it. I understand, like, logically.
Yep.
I see what was happening emotionally. I feel I can understand how he was feeling. It's just like, Snoop, don't be a dick, bro. Don't you acting like Lord Jamar out here right now? You know?
Oh man, we don't need two of those.
You know, exactly. Don't be a hater, bro. Don't be a hater, man. So yeah, man, motherfucking Eminem, dog.
Hey yo, rap god, get it. Yo, what have you ever watched? Math Hoffa, Math Hoffa, the battle rapper.
Yeah. The pod he has in the barbershop.
Yeah. Yo, somebody in that barbershop, I can't remember the guy's name. He always sits in the back by the door.
Okay.
He said it the best. He says, yo,